kitchen, a very important space in our homes, right? I mean, that's where we make our food, and who doesn't love to eat? So anyway guys, I have been going over this series where I talk about mistakes we make in different spaces of the home. Last week we went over the mistakes we make when styling up the living room. So this week, why not go into the kitchen, figure out those mistakes, and also get to know how to fix them. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Fazati Ali and I'm an interior designer who's always giving the best tips on how to make your space look stunning. Today's video is very interesting. We're delving into the kitchen. We're gonna learn the mistakes we're making while designing this space and also how to fix them. So guys, do take a second to click that subscribe button below. There are a lot more interesting videos and content coming up your way very soon. So you wanna get updated, so also make sure to click that notification bell. Anyway guys, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into today's video. Now the first mistake we're going to be delving into that has been made time and time again is having space above the upper cabinets. Now this does not look great. I mean, I think we can all agree on this. This usually happens because we usually have very standard sizes for cabinets in the kitchen, from the lower one, which should be around 900 mm, to the upper ones, which is usually around 720 mm, but this can range between that to maybe around 1000 mm and so on. So sometimes we have, of course, higher ceilings and then space remains above that cabinet. It never looks great, honestly. It's like your cabinets are just hanging somewhere on the wall and the upper space is also just left looking a bit, I don't know, lost. So we want to find a way to fix this. So the first way you want to do this is to increase the height of your cabinets. This will obviously help take care of this problem, but you also want to think about the fact that it may not be functional, considering as long as the cabinet is way too high, you're never going to be able to use that space. You'll never be able to reach that space unless you've got to bring a ladder into your kitchen. I don't know. So if this is not workable, of course it will be more expensive to increase your cabinets all the way to the ceiling. If you have the money to do that, do it. It will look great. If you can't do this, you can always just go ahead and add a parking piece. So you just get an extra board and let it flow all the way to the ceiling from the top of your cabinet. This will also cover that space better and will look a lot more aesthetic, obviously. So you can also give this a short. This will also allow you, having your cabinets all the way to the ceiling allows you to also prevent dust from settling above the cabinets. You never have to think about cleaning the top of your cabinets because you'll be good to go, set for life. The other way you can take care of the space above the cabinets is to actually just bring down your ceilings using gypsum. Just the areas where the cabinets are, you can have a gypsum buildup that goes all the way to the ceiling. This is also a really great way to just cover that space. So yeah, there are several ways to take care of this particular issue or problem. Pick one of them, the one that's easiest for you to work with, and yeah, you're set to go. Please don't leave those cabinets hanging awkwardly with that space above them. It does not look right and it does not do much for the look of your kitchen. Another mistake you definitely want to avoid is going for trendy bold colors when it comes to your kitchen area. Now I know we come across a lot of these bold, colored kitchens and they look amazing, they're outstanding. They do look great, but a lot of times we get tired of something that stands out. If you have to see it every day, have to use that space every day, at some point you're going to get tired. And we all know we do not renovate our kitchens every now and again. It's not like your living room area where you can just repaint your walls. In the kitchen, you literally have to go in, change out your tiles. These are fit outs that have been fixed. You have to remove all those cabinets. This is a worktop, a granite, a marble that was fitted on top of the cabinets. You have to take that out. So it's way too costly to renovate this space. So you want to make sure when you're picking your colors initially, you're actually making the right color choices. Of course, the best way to go would be neutral colors because this do not tire you easily and will definitely stand the test of time. If you're going to go for bold colors, maybe do it on your wall paint or your accessories in the kitchen, maybe your flowers, the smaller pieces, things you can change out over a short period of time or a long period of time whenever you get tired of them. Something else to kindly note is I'm not saying go for a boring kitchen, one color, white kitchen and so on. Play around with the space, but kindly avoid when it comes to those fixed items such as your cabinets, your worktop, your floors. Please avoid the bold colors. This will work so much better when you go for neutral shades such as white, of course black, grays, and so on. Feel free to play around with 2-3 colors in the kitchen area. You can have a different color on your upper cabinets, a different color on your lower cabinets. This will definitely look very interesting. Now, the third mistake that is also commonly made is picking appliances without considering the size and scale of your cabinets. Now, a lot of times you want to fit inbuilt appliances into the kitchen. Of course, this gives a more cleaner look and looks a lot better. You want to ensure that you are thinking about the exact proportion in terms of size of these appliances before buying the appliances. So maybe you want to figure this out just before you build your cabinet so that you are leaving appropriate space for them, or if it's already a built space, then you want to make sure you're using that size when you're going to pick the appliances. Think about your fridge. You do not want to have a fridge that is sticking out of the cabinet. It never gives a nice look. You want your kitchen to also look as aesthetic as possible and let everything fit in seamlessly and look blended. So make sure that if you're having a fridge and you want it to have a fridge cabinet, you're having the company producing your kitchen, create an appropriate size cabinet for this fridge. Let it fit into the cabinets appropriately unless you're going to be having a freestanding fridge that stands on its own. Of course, this also goes for your microwave, your oven, your hobs, and so on. You do not want to make this costly mistake, because this would mean you either have to go and exchange your appliances. Depending on the shop, they might agree to do that or not. You may have to go ahead and buy new appliances. Too costly, does not make any sense. So make sure you're putting all this into consideration before buying appliances. Of course, avoid this mistake of buying appliances in bulk. A lot of times this shops try to give this offers where they're selling your hood, your microwave, and your oven together, and it's a beautiful deal, and they're just telling you take this or you're not gonna get it. Don't fall into that trap, because they're just trying to sell. You'll probably get this deal going on for a long time. So go ahead and have your kitchen built first and prepare for that, so that when you're buying appliances, you're making sure you're getting the right thing. Another very important aspect to consider when you're designing your kitchen is the work triangle. Now, what is the work triangle? This is a system that designers use when they are designing a kitchen to create and position different items such as the fridge, sink, and cooker in appropriate places to allow easy workflow. Now, as we all know, what really happens in the kitchen is you move from your fridge where you pick the items you need, you move to the sink, you clean this up, and then you move to the cooker where you'll be doing your cooking. So what you want to avoid is having your fridge one area far away from the kitchen, then you have your sink on another end of the kitchen. The cooker is also a distance from the sink, and it becomes such a heavy task moving from one point to another that does not make it easy to even do your work or your tasks in the kitchen. The work triangle will definitely allow you to make an easier traffic flow between these important spaces in the kitchen, making it easier for you to do your cooking, your tasks, and so on. So do not forget to incorporate this into your design to create that easy, free-flowing movement around the kitchen that will make it a lot more easier to use. Now, lighting is just as important in the living room, the rest of the house, as it is important in the kitchen. Now, this is a place that we actually have a lot of tasks taking place, so you want to make sure you are having an ample amount of light in the space. Having a general light to light up this space properly, so that when you're moving around doing different things, you're able to see properly. Also ensure to amp up on the task lighting, such that you have maybe under cabinet lighting. This not only looks amazing, but will also give you some light that you're able to work with when you're working on your counter spaces. Also, do not forget to bring in some accent lighting. I mean, it's the kitchen, but we want it to look amazing and look outstanding. So have those nice, cabinet lights. When you're having maybe those glass cabinets, this looks amazing. It lights up your beautiful china really well. So it's a great way to also make your space look aesthetic. On top of that, it will also help light up your backsplash. So go for beautiful backsplashes so that when you have this light under the cabinets, we're seeing a beautiful, feature being highlighted in the space. And let's not forget pendant lights. If you have an island, this is a must. Do not forget to have some beautiful, gorgeous pendant lights above the island to create a statement in the kitchen. Go for something unique, something that looks amazing. This will definitely style up and make your kitchen look amazing. Avoid having a little amount of light in there because it will look very dim. It will make it hard for you to do your tasks. You will not be able to really have a great visual while cooking and so on. I mean, we do not want to get burnt meat on the table. Let's amp up on that lighting, make some great food, and yeah, we're good to go. Another mistake we sometimes make is forgetting to have legroom where we have our bar stools. Now, for ease of sitting, flexibility, wherever you have your bar stool, you need to have an ample amount of legroom such that it's easy for somebody to actually sit in this space. What usually happens sometimes is you just have an island, which is a cabinet, and it's usual worktop, and then you have bar stools here. Of course, I'll come sit, but there's literally no space for me to push in my legs, and so it's going to be very uncomfortable. So always ensure that you're not forgetting to work on this, that you always provide legroom by either having an elongated sort of worktop, such that you have space down there, or you provide this maybe when you're building your cabinetry, you have some space, maybe a shelving that's longer that can actually accommodate leg space, so that we are actually making sitting here comfortable. As we're also talking about the island, let's try to make this design interesting. Mix it up, have this island as cabinets, mix it up by attaching it with a beautiful table. Play around, make this interesting. Your kitchen will look a lot more aesthetic. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. And yeah, what a great way to style up this space. Something else we definitely want to avoid when styling our kitchen areas or doing the design is having way too much shelving. And what I mean by this is more so open shelving. When you have too much open shelving, of course, storing things, they're all going to be exposed. And sometimes I don't think we're always organized all the time. So it's going to make the kitchen look disorganized, a little bit cluttered, and we do not really want that look. So guys, get some doors, get some cabinets with doors, stack away all these things so that you're having a clean looking kitchen, great clean lines, neat, organized. Of course, this will look a whole lot better. When it comes to shelving, do one or two, a few maybe at one corner or so, but let's avoid doing too much of this because it does not give the best look. Another mistake I would like to highlight is when you're picking your backsplashes and you decide not to be intentional about this. You pick whatever there is and this actually ends up dimming the look of your space. I find it very funny when you walk into a kitchen and then you find somebody used a tile backsplash that is actually printed sort of fruits or foods or what is that? What is that? Like, let's not do that, guys. Pick beautiful backsplashes, go for nice mosaic tiles, have a beautiful maybe worktop that extends from your kitchen cabinet top all the way to the wall. This will look a whole lot better. Be intentional, pick something nice that works, of course, well with the color of your cabinets. It could be marble stone, it could be some great, mosaic tile, which could be, the hexagonal tiles. Love those, they look amazing. It could be beautiful pattern tiles. It could be just a nice color. Like, go for something unique, go for something that will stand out. The backsplash is also an easy way to create that beautiful aesthetic look in the kitchen. The last item on my list that I've seen a lot growing up is using cement buildup in the kitchen instead of boards. Now, what do I mean by this? Sometimes you walk into a kitchen and you have this cement buildup that creates a plane, that creates partitions, and then the only thing that comes in as the boards, that cabinets are just the doors. And I get it, this is probably more financially makes sense because it's gonna be cheaper, you're only spending on the doors, but does it look that great at the end of the day? No. Another thing you want to note that is if you do not, of course, end up tiling this cement, then you're just creating a space for mold whenever it gets too much moisture or cold. Not great, because that means your doors are also going to get, of course, the moisture and the cold and may start molding up very easily. The kitchen, I know it's very expensive to do a proper kitchen, so try saving up for it, maybe over some time, or just do it slowly. I don't know, something, because the cement look will not give you that aesthetic look you're looking for, and I would not recommend it. Try to have full cabinetry. This will definitely give you a more appealing look. It will look better, and of course, when it comes to the plinth area, because these cabinets are usually raised by adjustable legs, you can always remove your plinth when water pours. Wipe the bottom of your cabinet so you're not allowing a lot of dirt to accumulate down there, plus allowing some free air such that the cabinets do not really get a chance to have too much moisture and mold. So please avoid those cemented buildups. They're not really doing much for the kitchen. So those are my tips for today. I hope you guys got to learn something and will be able to incorporate some of the fixes into your kitchen if you're making any of the mistakes that I have talked about today. Anyway guys, if you do have any other tips, do let me know in the comment section below. I would also love to learn from you. Anyway guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video today. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe and share. I'll be truly grateful. Anyway guys, see you next time inshallah with another video. Love you guys so much. Bye bye.